So today we are looking at the Nitrux Linux. Here is the boot menu. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So this is the latest version. I'm going to show everything in this video. So I forgot to mention that I'm running it on a virtual machine, which is VMware with 60 GB of hard disk, 8 GB of RAM, and my CPU is i5 1240p. So let's wait for a few minutes, and I'm going to mention how much of time it consumes to load up the desktop layout. So here is the desktop layout. It took almost 2 minutes to load up the desktop. So it is still loading. The installer popped up right now. So let's first change the display settings. Let me change the display settings first and then check the system monitor. I didn't open any of the applications. So let's first change the display, which is 1920 into 1080. Let's keep that configuration. Let's go back and let's check about this system. Here is the all information of the Nitrux. The version is a Nitrux 3.5.1 and the build number is here. The KDE Plasma version is 5.27.11 and the frameworks is 5.115.0. Qt version is 5.15.13 and the kernel version is 6.9.7-1 Liquorix, and the graphics platform is Wayland. Here is my complete information of my CPU or laptop, the memory, the processor, all those things. So let's close this thing and open the system monitor. Let's find the system monitor here. So it's going to take a few seconds to load up. So the ISO file was released like a few hours ago. So here is the video of the Nitrux Linux. As soon as the ISO files are released of the new Linux, I'm going to make a video. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe because I'll be posting 2 videos daily. So let's check the about system monitor. Here is the version, which is 5.27.11. So here is the memory, which is almost 1.6 GB, and the CPU is almost under 50%. It's not stable, but it's under 50%. The CPU is going crazy, as you can see. It's not even stable. So consider it as 50% under 50% because it's almost touching 48%, and it's going to 4%, 6% like that. So can't exactly say how much of resources are consuming right now about the CPU, but the RAM is almost 1.5 GB. For some reason it went down the 100 MB. So let's go to the history. Here is the CPU. The graph isn't pretty stable. So usually the graph will be like a high peak in the beginning, like just 5 or 6 seconds because we opened the system monitor. But in this case, almost the graph isn't stable. It's going like high, low, as you can see. And let's go to the process. So I didn't open any of the application other than the settings, which is display settings and the about the system information. That's it. We didn't open anything there, just the setting things. So let's put the overview, and I'm going to put the system monitor in the right side corner so you can see all the changes throughout the video, so you can't miss anything here. Keep an eye on the system monitor throughout the video. So let's open the Firefox web browser and go to the official website and see what are the changes in the latest version. So usually the Firefox will be taking almost like maybe 15 to 20 seconds to load up in the live boot. Remember, this is a live boot. I didn't install anything on here because, as you can see, you'll be seeing the install Nitrux application here. If you install the application or if you install the Linux distro in the virtual disk or a hard disk, you shouldn't be seeing this thing, which is install Linux application. So let's make it bigger so you can see properly. Let's check the version of the Firefox. And I can feel like something lag, and it's a bit of delay when moving the cursor and all those things. There is a minor hiccup, like a millisecond of hiccup, so I need to mention that. So let's go to the about support. Hit enter. So here is some of the information about the Firefox and about the distro. Sorry, that's my phone notification. So here is the complete information of the, not complete, just some basic information about the browser and the graphics, all those things. So as you can see, WebGL, here it is MESA, LVM pipes, all those things. So let me scroll it down like this. I'm not going to go through all those things because it's going to make a lengthy video. So let me scroll here. The window protocol is a VLAN, desktop environment KDE. You can just pause the video and read everything on your own instead of me reading everything, because it's going to make a video lengthy. Usually my videos will be like a 20+ minutes, so I don't want to make it more lengthy, so that's the reason. Even some basic features takes a lot of time, so that's the reason I'm trying to make it as short as possible. Let's go to the official website. Let me type in Nitrux as the search term in the search bar. Just type in like this and you should be getting the first link, which is the Nitrux Linux official website, or you can just type in nxos.org to directly go to their official website. Whatever it is, good up to you. So here is some of the information, and as soon as you scroll it down, you can see the latest release 3.5.1. And let's first check the system requirements, because a lot of people have low-end PC when running the Linux distros. So that's the reason. So hardware configuration, motherboard, CPU, RAM, and minimum requirements. So you need to have like a 4 GB of RAM. Again, this is 2024. At least you need to have 4 GB of RAM to run almost every Linux distro. So that's the basic thing you need to have. So if you have like a 1 GB of RAM, 2 GB of RAM, it's very hard to run Linux distros. But if you want like a lightweight Linux distros, you can properly run those Linux distros which are lightweight with 1 GB of RAM, 2 GB of RAM, you can run this. But if you want a good Linux distro, not good Linux distro, if you want to run most of the Linux distro, you need to have at least a 4 GB of RAM, and you need to have 2.5 GHz dual core. So if you ask me, I don't recommend to have like a dual core Pentium, all those things. It's better to get at least a i3 or i5 of at least whatever gen, like maybe 6 from 6th gen. Now right now it's almost a 14th generation running, so you can get whatever you want. But if you want at low cost, you can get like a 6th gen, 7th gen, whatever you want at least to run most of the Linux distro. So here is complete information, which is a graphics controller, 32 MB VRAM, and 3D acceleration, storage at least 20 GB. It's saying 20 GB. At least you need to have like a maybe 25 to 30 GB. And the network, here is the internet connection, and here are the recommended RAM. It says as 8 GB RAM or better. I have like a 8 GB RAM. Even if I have like a 8 GB of RAM, it is still a lot of not maximum of a lag. You have like a minor lag or hiccups, as you can call. As you can see, when I like move the mouse cursor, it's not pretty much smooth. It's a bit of like a hiccup. Maybe because I'm running on a virtual machine, maybe that should be a case. So 256 MB VRAM. So the minimum requirements was this, and the recommended requirements are this thing, as you can see. Let's scroll it down. It says at least 14.17 GB must be available for Calamares, but you need to have like a 30 to 40 GB. It's a good option. So if you want the Linux distro to run smoothly, so you need to have 100 GB of hard disk to properly run everything. If you want to work, if you want to save anything, 100 GB is enough. And for the RAM and CPU, you need to have 4 GB for most of the Linux distro, but in the Nitrux Linux, you need to have, it says as 8 GB for the recommended, but it's clearly up to you. If you want to try to test it, you can test it on your own and decide whether to use that Linux distro or not, because it's your PC. You need to know how much of resources you have, all those things. So virtual machine settings for VirtualBox, here are all the settings. So my total cores are 2, but it says as 4. I kept like a total cores for processor, all those things, just 2. I kept the basic settings or the default settings of the VMware. So when you try to use it on a workstation or a VMware player, so these are all the settings. So I kept the default things. So I have the 8 GB of RAM and I have like a i5 1240p CPU. So still I can see the lag. Maybe if I set all those settings to the recommended thing, maybe it would help. So right now we need to see all the release notes and get all the information. Let's go to the release notes or the release announcements. So the latest version we are using right now is a Nitrux 3.5.1. So I already made all the Nitrux videos. If you want, you can just try to search in my channel. You should be getting all those videos. I made all the Linux Mint 22 Wilma videos also. You can check out all those things. All the desktop environments, 3 desktop environments are already available in my channel. So let's get back to the Nitrux 3.5.1 and it's NM available to download. So let's see all the new things here. Let's go to the what's new. So here is the information which I already showed you. Let me get down here. Firefox version 127.0.2 which I already showed. So the NVIDIA Linux version is 555.58.02. MESA version is 24.1.2. I'm going to show everything. You don't need to worry about that. So I'm going to show you the basic things, not all the pro things, because most of the viewers are normal users. People who are already pro user doesn't need my channel to watch, so they are already good at that things. So I don't need to show that all those things for the pro user. I'm just going to show you the basic daily to day people who use the Linux distros for day-to-day tasks. So I'm going to show the basic things. So here is all the information. You can go to the official website and get all the information. So let's download the ISO. You have like a 3 mirrors here, which is SourceForge, ForceTorrent, and the official website, maybe official servers. Let's go to the ISO file, and you should be getting the ISO file. So here is the file, which is around 3 GB. Here is the complete ISO file name. You can just click on download and watch the date and time before downloading. Click on the download. It's going to take like a 5 seconds in a SourceForge, but if you go with this ForceTorrent or FastTorrent, you should be giving the download file of the torrent, and you should be downloading the from the torrents. So that was the downloading process. Let's wait until the download starts. So here is the download, 2.8 GB. Let's close the browser and open the terminal. Let's open the terminal. So the RAM is almost 1.7 GB. CPU, for some reason, it's going up to 100%. Let's check the version. Okay, as you can see, there is a major lag right now, but it's okay. Let's try to type in the commands. INXI. Here is the CPU, kernel, storage, all the information. INXI-small b. So I'm not going to read everything. You can just pause the video and read everything on your own here. INXI-capital F. Let's wait. It's loading. INXI-capital G. So the RAM went up to 1.9 GB, but it went down to 1.8 GB. Let's type in cat:/etc/issue. Hit enter. Neofetch. INXI-SV8. So we got all the information of the distro, like a pulse audio. You get all the information. Just pause the video and you can read everything here. It's every complete distro information is right in front of you, like the XVLAN, MESA, Xorg, display, all the information is here, with complete like a graphics, audio, Bluetooth, all those things. So let's try the desktop. Here is the desktop also. Let's close this thing and open the installer. So I can feel like some minor lag. It was a bit of milliseconds in the beginning, but it's going up right now. It's like maybe 2 seconds delay, 2 milliseconds. So let's open the installer. And I didn't feel any smooth usage when I'm using this Linux distro. I can't feel anything smooth here. There is like a lot of lag when I'm moving my mouse cursor. Here is the installer. You can click on about, support, known issues, and we have like again some lag. Click on language, choose your language. There are plenty of languages available. Click on next, choose your region. I'm just choosing some random things. Click on next, choose your keyboard, click on next, username, password, all those things. Let me type in 9to5 Linux, enter your username and the host for this computer. Password. I'm choosing the simple password because I don't want to install this Linux distro on my virtual disk, because I need to make another video. So enable automatic login. If you want, you can do that. Enable password strength validation. You can do that also. Click on next. Here are the partitions. If you don't know how to install the Linux on your hard disk or a virtual disk, it's better option to check other channels, because I don't remember in which video I installed the Linux distro in the hard disk or a virtual disk, because I make 2 videos daily without missing any day. I almost covered 3000 to 4000 videos of Linux distros. So it's pretty much very hard to tell which distro I installed on my virtual disk or a hard disk. So that's the reason it's always a good option to watch 5 to 6 videos of different channels, because it's your PC. You need to be responsible for your PC. Don't just watch my channel and try to install these Linux distros or any operating system. Never do that thing, because it's always a good option to watch like a 5 to 6 videos, and after you satisfied, then go with the installation. But before the installation, always try in the live boot and then go with the installation. If you didn't find any bugs, then go with the installation. If you find any bugs, just skip that Linux distro and try to find another Linux distro, or go with the stable versions which was previously released. So that's the tip I'm going to give you. So if you have like a options here, you can just check these things. And manual partitioning is like a dual boot operating system. I don't think you need to go with the dual operating system, because most of the time it will be good, but sometimes there will be an issue with the dual boot of operating systems. So I don't clearly know about these things, because most of the time I didn't run anything dual boot. So it's a good option. Try to make any get any information like that, like a dual booting problems, all those things from the websites or from the internet, and then go with the dual boot if you like it. So after this, you can choose the encrypt system, and you need to provide like a 2 passwords here, which should be same in the both the boxes. If you don't want, just skip that part. And bootloader location, you can choose whatever you want here available, or you can do that later. It's clearly up to you. Click on next. And here is the summary. Whatever you choose in the previous installation steps, it will be here. So if everything is good, you just need to click on install. It should be taking like a 5 to 15 minutes. That will be depends on the it depends on the PC which you have. Like a if you have like a high-end PC, you should be getting very soon installed on the virtual disk or a main disk. So that will be depends according to your PC. So that's the installation. Let's close this part. Let's open the application menu. So these are all the applications you get in the Nitrux, like a graphics. You don't get many applications here. You just get a basic things. And again, I can feel some lag. Clip and view. again lag, Office. So Quantum Manager, again lag. As you can see, it is stucking on the screen. I can't properly move mouse. System. So these are all the available applications. For some reason it's holding my mouse cursor. So these are all the applications you get from the Nitrux Linux. As you can see, CPU is going crazy, like a 50%, and it doesn't allow my mouse cursor to move smoothly. So you need to remember that also. So my thoughts on this Linux distro is I don't properly recommend this Linux distro because I can feel a lot of lag while I'm using. As you can see, there is no smooth using or the smooth transition. So let's check all the wallpapers available. Again, there is a major lag. So these are all the wallpapers available. There are plenty of wallpapers available. It's also from the older versions also. I don't really think there is a new wallpaper from this version. So these are all the wallpapers you get. So these wallpapers were already available in the older versions too. Again, a major lag. So let me change the wallpaper here. So the mouse cursor is trying to freeze sometimes. So that's pretty much annoying for me. Let's go to the About section. Here is the About. Let's open the NX Software Center. I pretty much showed every information of the release things. So if you have like they release some bug reports, all those things. So you can go to their official website and try to read everything. So I showed the basic version like a MESA, all those things. So let's try to find some things and end the video here. So I'm going to test the stress test for Linux distro. This is the test which I make in every video because I open like a 15 to 20 apps at once and try to switch the applications and see whether the Linux distro will handle the stress of the applications, because I'm going to do this test because to find out whether this Linux distro will handle the day-to-day task. So that's the reason I will make this test in every Linux distro. So let's check About. It's so annoying because it's like a minor hiccups and sometimes it is like a major lag. So that is the issue in this version, or in my PC. I don't remember that, but I made already another video. There was no issue, but this Linux distro is trying to not do my thing here. So here are all the applications. Again, the mouse cursor is freezing, and CPU is for some reason going like almost 100%. As you can see, that's the issue with the Linux distro. So do let me know in the comment section if you want to try it, or if you tested, do let me know in the comment section if you're having the same issue. So let's open some of the application here. So here are all the images. Here is information of that application. Let's go back. And the lag was heavy again. You can go to this section and find other applications also. Let me close this thing and try to make the stress test and see whether this Linux distro will handle or not. Again, the small lag. Let's open some random applications. Nota, all the multimedia players, all those things. Let's try to open like a 15 to 20 applications to see whether it will crash or not. So the CPU went 100% again, and the RAM went almost 2.2 GB just for like a basic applications. This isn't like a heavy resource consuming applications. These are some basic default applications like a media player and text editor and browser. That's it. Let me even open the more applications here, like Bonsai, the graphics, which is Pix. You don't get like a GIMP, Inkscape, all those applications. You need to install it on your own if you are a content creator, or if you like to use the GIMP or photo editor like that, all the applications you need to install it on your own. like a video editor tools like a KDE, all those things like Blender, lot of applications for content creators. You need to install it on your own because there is no applications, pre-installed applications available in this Linux distro. You just get the basic things. That's pretty much good. You can install it on your own, but the Linux distro should be running smoothly. That's the only thing most of the users need. So I'm getting a lot of lag, so that's pretty much annoying for me to even make a video because it's going to take a lot of time just opening the applications or doing some tests like this thing. Again, we have like a lag. I think I'm going to stop the opening of applications because that's pretty much it. Let's try to test the system monitor and try to switch the applications. Right now I didn't get any errors or any issues or any crashes in the Linux distro, but the CPU is going almost up to 90 like that. It's going down and it's going to 100%. That's the issue here because of some of the applications still running in the background. Even the applications wasn't running, the CPU was going almost 100%, and RAM is almost stable. But the CPU from the beginning, it is not pretty much stable. I don't know what is the issue with that CPU. RAM is almost pretty stable. It was like a more or less 100 MB difference in the RAM, but the CPU is pretty much going almost 100%. It's a 12th gen i5 CPU, but it's still having an issue. So that's the problem with these Linux distros. So you need to first test it on your own, then go with the installation. I'm just going to close this application because it's trying to download. So these are the applications. Let's try to switch the applications. As you can see, everything is opening smoothly, but there is a lag while using this Linux, so that's the only issue. We didn't get any errors or any bugs or anything like that. As you can see, everything is opening smoothly. You can go from back, or you can go with front, or you can go with the middle things, middle applications. Everything is quick, but there is like a small hiccup. That's the only thing I'm trying to mention again and again throughout the video. Because of the CPU, I guess. I don't know. Let's check the information of the application and end the video because we pretty much covered everything. So here is the information. If I forgot anything, do let me know in the comment section. Let's close this thing. And again, lag. The mouse cursor is like stopping when I try to move any application and I can't properly pick it like this. About. Here is the pics. Do let me know in the comment section, do you like the Nitrux Linux or not? About the text editor, which is Nota. Let me close this. Let's close application here. Let's check the about. VWave, the version is here. Let's close this application too. Again, some minor lag. Station, which is terminal 3.1.0. Again, minor lag. About Firefox, again major lag again. Here is the Firefox. So from the beginning of the video, there is a hiccup, there is a lag. So you need to try it on your own. If you want, you can try it, or you can just skip this part, skip this version of this Linux distro and wait for other Linux distro, or you can just download the previous version, which is 3.5.0, which should be stable. I already made a video of that too. So here are some of the appearance and settings, all those things. Let me know. Let me quickly open all these things and show you. So again, themes, application style, plasma style, all these things are some customization things. So you don't need to watch this thing. You can just skip this part because it's not important. Just the basic things are important, like mouse and all those things. Keyboard, I already showed the new features, so it's just some things which I need to show you. So Bluetooth, because I didn't install Bluetooth. Display on monitor, same things, there is nothing changing here. Window management, These are all customization things you can customize on your own. Startup and shutdown, auto start, background services, desktop session. Let me close this thing. Here is the Quantum Manager, about. You can select theme folder, you can install this theme. Let's quit. Let's check about, which is clip, version is here. Almost every Nitrux pre-installed application will be version here, which will be same like a 3.1.0. And here is the file manager, Nitrux, file system. You can go check it out, all those things on your own. Again, there is a lag, Nitrux. You can customize all those things. Let's go to the about. You can even change the settings like a hidden files, all those things. I'm going to end the video because we pretty much covered all the basic things for a basic user. So if I forgot anything, do let me know in the comment section. So these are all the process running right now. And again, there is a lag, no problem. It's almost end of the video. So as you can see, this is the reason that there was some hiccups and lags throughout the video. There is no stable graph in the CPU. That's the reason we were struggling to use this Linux distro. The graph should be almost like most of the time it should be at least a half pretty much good graph. But in this case, the graph is almost high and low, as you can see. Right now we closed all those things. Even if we closed, we have getting all the graph which is not pretty much stable. So it is going almost up again. So these are all the process, and let me end the video here again. So these are all the final system resources. It's almost 2 GB at the end of the video, and CPU is can't say anything because it's going crazy throughout the video. Let's close it. Let's check the logout screen. So these are all the power options you get, like a suspend, shutdown, restart, logout, all those things. You get everything in every Linux distro. That's not a new thing here. So here is the logout screen or a login screen. So I'm going to shut it down here. So I already made another video. If you want to check that out, you can check that out in my channel, because I'll be posting 2 videos daily. So again, thanks for watching. Peace out. And before ending the video, I'm going to say my final thoughts. So if you want to try this Linux distro, it's clearly up to you. If you already installed and trying to upgrade right now, I don't recommend try to upgrade this right now, because I was facing a lot of issues. Not the bugs or not the errors I'm getting. There was a lot of lag. So it's always a good option. Just wait for a few days. And if you want, you can do that later. So if you have like a stable, and if you're running a good Nitrux version right now, don't try to install and ruin that thing. You just run the older version and wait until you see another video of a Nitrux with a good stable running thing, and then go with the upgrade or installation. So I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching. Peace out.